welcome back, fellas. We are live for another episode of Pieces from My Purse, from a male's perspective, finding the balance. So I am excited that we have these brave souls that are joining me tonight. We have two previous guests, Mr. Keith Anthony and Mr. Brandon, and we have a new brave young man, Mr. Donzel. I'm gonna try my hardest not to call you Donzie.
It's
I'm
cool.
gonna try my hardest. I'm like, he's not Donzie, he's Donzel. He's Mr. Dixon. So tonight we're going to be talking about finding the balance from a male's perspective and getting your take on how, as men, you find the balance in your finance, in your relationships, even finding balance, even incorporate yourself, self-care. Because I think self-care for men is really key, it's really important as well. So even before we get started, because I have been accused of saying my show is a little male bashing, and I'm not understanding how people think I be male bashing on the show. So I mean, I have the men perspective. So I give y'all a chance to voice y'all opinion. I have couples on here, so I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding. So I'm trying to make sure it's not showing me live on my personal Facebook page, and I'm not knowing why. So that's one of the reasons why the numbers are low. But anyways, we're gonna there we go. We're live now. So what I want you all to do, we're gonna have you introduce yourself. We're gonna start with Donzel, the newbie. Then we're gonna go with Brandon, and then we're gonna go with Keith. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and where you're logging in from.
For sure. So, Donzel Dixon, I am actually Latrice's cousin, her favorite cousin. uh, Originally from Saginaw, Michigan. I moved out here to Minneapolis, Minnesota, like 8 years ago. I was working in like Target Corp doing some tech things, and now moved into education. Assistant principal at an elementary school. I have a wife and two kids, a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Oh, you a new daddy, just a new daddy.
Yeah.
All right, Donzel. Me and Donzie we called ourselves roommates when we were growing up.
That's what we gonna call it.
we were roommates. We gonna tell why we were roommates. We were roommates. All right, Brandon, you're next.
All right, my name Brandon Conley. I work with Latrice at Allstate Insurance. I have two daughters, a 4-month-old and an 8-year-old. From Saginaw, Michigan.
All right, Mr. Keith.
And my name is Keith Anthony. I reside in Detroit, Michigan. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I know Mrs. Goodwine from we go way back. Let's just say that to Eastern Michigan in Ypsilanti, and we just stayed in touch, and we've been great friends ever since. I have a 5-year-old son. He'll be 6. Currently single, and trying to stay sucker free.
Right.
Starting already. So we see how this is about to go. So I also want to give perspective, because I always get asked, like, why you be having a married man on there? It's not fair when you have a married man on there, because Donzie is the married man, because it's from a male's perspective, and I want to get different perspectives. So we have unmarried people, and I want to make sure we have a married person, because I feel like your thought process and the things that you do, especially as it pertains to money, is going to be different from when you're single trying to stay sucker free versus when you're married with children. So we just want to make sure we get it all in there. So yes, I'm excited. I think we're about to have fun. Ladies, if you are here, fellas, if you are on the line, also make sure you drop a comment, say hey. If you have questions for these good gentlemen, please make sure you let us know as well, because I want them to answer the questions for you. And as always, these episodes are sponsored by yours truly, the Allstate Insurance, the Goodwine Agency. If you're looking to protect your assets, make sure you give us a call at 989-341-7272. So y'all know I like games, right? So we played the Would You Rather game with the ladies last week. I got the Would You Rather game for the fellas. So I'm interested in the reason why y'all picking. So it's all about the explanation. So y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all some questions, and y'all gonna tell me would you rather. So mind you, we talking about finding the balance. What y'all trying to do? What y'all would you rather? Y'all ready?
That's good.
All right, all right, fellas. Would you rather never have alcohol again or never have caffeine again? No pop, no coffee, none of that. What would you rather not have and why?
I'm cutting out B.
Who said that?
Me, Brandon.
Oh, B cutting out B. Okay. So you can never have caffeine. You can't give up the liquor.
Yeah, I don't drink pop, no way.
Okay. I know what Keith's saying.
Yeah, I mean, not I'm just dependent on liquor or anything like that, but I mean, I'm not big on caffeine. So I don't drink pop. I don't drink much outside of water and liquor.
Okay, so you just drinking water and liquor. All right. Water and liquor, keep the skin clean. Hello, Mr. Willie.
Yeah, I gotta rock with B too. I can't because I just started drinking coffee, but just because these kids. But I can't see me saying like I can't never drink again. Like you said, I ain't dependent on it, but like I gotta turn up here now and then.
Candy said no alcohol, so you can give up. I said A for me too. Me. It's me and Pop. I got a thing. That's my drug of choice. I'm working on it. All right, fellas.
So you can go have no more margaritas, no more tequila, nothing.
Listen, you gotta understand, Donzie. For 5-6 years of my life, I had little babies.
Oh yeah.
So I was either pregnant or breastfeeding. So I wasn't drinking. But I was drinking.
Yeah, we don't go through that part. So.
Y'all don't go through that. Lucky y'all. All right, fellas. Would you rather have 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep every night or have a $10 million business where you work around the clock? What you picking?
That last piece.
I die.
Huh?
I'll sleep when I die.
Now, keep it real.
A sleeper post, man, don't them come to a sleeper but a what?
A dream. But
I dream.
Don't you need your naps? Don't you need your old man naps?
Oh, but when it comes to 10 million or the successful business, I sleep when I die.
Okay. So you'd rather be on call, work around the clock for 10 million. You can't even enjoy the 10 million.
Crazy. I'm gonna definitely enjoy that 10 million. We find a way. Hire somebody to sleep for me.
Okay. You see what I got, Michael Jackson. Go ahead, Donzie B.
Dang, that's tough.
Angie said 10 million, a $10 million business with some naps. She just wants some naps.
I feel like I work around the clock anyway, so I might have to take that 10 million too, because I'm always working anyway.
Okay. You know, you be partying and traveling a lot to me. I don't be seeing too much work, Donzie, but go ahead.
That's work. Work look different though. It just looks different.
You're right. That's some fun work. What you doing, B?
It depends on how you waking up after them 8 hours. Is you waking up broke? If you waking up broke, I'm going with B.
Okay. I like this because guess what? I asked these same questions to women last week. Guess what the women picked?
Sleep.
They picked A.
See?
But
I wonder why though.
Because they said we ain't gonna be no good if we ain't got no sleep. We need our rest.
That ain't why.
That ain't. I was
What was it?
Because if my memory serves me correctly from your last show, they y'all trying to find somebody to bring something to the table anyway. So I ain't gotta worry about that 10 million. Y'all get y'all sleep.
You're
Mhm.
right. We did say that too. we did say, he should be going out and getting the bag while we sleep. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to go sleep, work around the clock while we take our nap. Right, we sleep. You're right. Okay, somebody watch the show. All right. Would you rather have breakfast in bed, surprise DoorDash lunch, or go for fine dining? What would you rather have, fellas?
Go ahead and find down me. If you gonna take me out, go ahead and find down. I don't do it often.
Yeah, I prefer fine dining as well. Get me
Okay.
educated.
B?
I'm gonna keep my feet up. I'm gonna go with A.
Oh, okay. All right. He said give him some breakfast in bed. He want the woman to cook for him. I'm with you, B. I said, y'all remember what I said on the last show? Cook for me, bring me the food, and feed me in bed. I'm good. Can you just do it all? Do it all. That's what I'd rather have. All right. Fellas, what would you rather have? Family night, date night, or guys' night out?
Oh. What month is it?
What does that mean?
I'm just trying to get a time frame.
What you rather do? What you
I'm
mean?
saying, where we at? Is I'm in Minnesota? Am I out the state? Where we at?
Would you rather? I don't care where you at. What you rather be doing? You rather have guys' night, date night, or family night?
Who watching this?
Did you tell that trail you was gonna be on? Keep it real. You gotta keep it good. This is called real people, real talk about real money situations. So would you rather have? It's just a game. It's all fun. What y'all rather have?
I'll go first. At this point in my life, I'd rather have B. I'd rather have date night. I'm single. I have a son, so I spend a lot of time with my son, and I'm always with the guys because I'm single. So I'd rather have a good old date night of substance.
I like how you put of substance to that.
Yeah, it got to be meaningful. Otherwise, I hang with the guys. But if it's a date night of substance, like I'm with that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Who's next? Donzie, you struggling. Donzie is struggling.
If I really look at it too, if I really had to explain it, when we talking about balance, I think that's one thing that I do miss with my wife, and like we've been trying to be more intense about that. So I'll probably rock with date night too, because we do the family time a lot, and then having 2 kids without too much help out here. So with like grandparents are not out here, so like she'll hang out with the girls, I'll hang out with the guys, and we neglect us a lot. So probably do date night.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with C because I do A and B, quite a bit. So and I'm pretty busy a lot, so I don't really get to kick it with the fellas often. So I'm gonna kick it with the guys.
Okay, all right. So it has been said that some people can't make it to the bed because they're too busy chasing the bag. What are you getting to first? A, the bag, or the bed? And we're not talking about sleeping. We're talking about if you're in a relationship. Because what it said, a lot of people they work too much and they're not making time for their partner, their spouse, or their woman, or whoever. So what is more important to you? Making sure that you're chasing the bag, or you making it to the bed?
Priorities first, and this is like a catch-22. I seen a meme out there where it's like a story of like the guy being broke and working and putting in the hard hours to build this bridge and to become financially stable and putting in long hours in the office and her buying her gifts, and then once you reach the plateau you want to reach, you go back and on them because you time. You can spend time. I don't know if anybody else seen that, but I feel like catch-22. You got to find a balance. However, if you ain't got no money, if you ain't got capital, that the average woman these days ain't about to give you time in the day anyway. So, if your girl cheat on you, your wife cheat on you because you're working hard, and you still got the money, you'll be able to bounce back. So I'm a priorities first. I'm gonna get to the bag.
So you're gonna get to the bag.
Of course.
Okay. And so why do you feel like, so you made a bold statement that most women these days ain't checking for you unless you got some money.
Fact. That's a fact. That's not a
But-
bold statement. Like that's a fact. Like I feel like this. We're in this day and age. I mean, talked on the other show. Our grandparents, maybe our parents, but I mean, just progressing. The average modern woman, they want a man to provide. You know what I mean? Like it, and they want you to provide at all costs. Not even like them being a housewife or whatever. No, they just feel like your job is to provide. So you know.
But I think women feel like they want, I ain't gonna say they, we as women want you to be able to protect, provide, and show us some affection and attention. Something wrong with that?
Not
That's
at all.
that's where the balance comes in. Like,
you didn't ask about the balance. You asked about the bed or the bag, and I'm just telling you which one is more important when you're trying to maintain out stuff out here. It's crazy world. You gotta maintain. So
okay. So he getting to the bag. Where y'all getting to?
I'm gonna go with A2. If my bag ain't right, my mood in the bed ain't gonna be right.
hey, bro, if your bag ain't right, you might not make it to the bed with her.
You facts. You right.
Wait. So if you broke, you in it.
Yeah, we shouldn't even be thinking about the bed if we broke.
I mean, you're right. I'm getting to the bag. Well, I used to say I was getting to the bag. I think I should be getting to the bed because men should be getting to the bag. And I'll be waiting in the bed. That's what we came up with on the last show.
Wait, so you said men should be getting to the bag and women should be getting to the bed. So then that kind of goes with, what'd you say?
Yeah, we waiting on y'all.
No, I'm saying, so that just go with his statement that he just said that like women are looking for the message. Y'all is promoted it right there. That's what you're looking for.
I'm not you okay.
And you wonder why they say you be bashing man on this show.
I do not be bashing man on this show. I'm just telling you. I feel like I bring a lot to the table anyway, so I'm bringing a bag too. So if you bringing a bag,
no, you do for sure. No.
So we both bringing a bag. Then that means we can get to the bed. So we good, right?
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the more easier.
There you go. Tiffany
I'm
said,
you are an anomaly though,
right,
you putting us all on.
Tiffany said, if the bag ain't right, you might as well forget about coming to the bed. God dog it. Don't even come. Sleep in the car. Right. Don't even come to the bed. I feel you. Stay out there and work. All right, fellas. On Sunday, would you rather watch sports with the fellas, prepare for the upcoming week, or spend the day at home relaxing?
I'm gonna go with B. Go on, prepare for the week, make Monday easier.
Oh, okay.
So responsible.
Yeah, he's so responsible. He said you're so responsible.
It just depends on, like, if it's football season, yeah, I'm definitely checking the game. Basketball, I can relax and watch basketball, but like during football season, I want to be with the guys and a couple of beers or whatever. So yeah, we'll let Monday do what Monday.
We'll let Monday deal with Monday. Okay.
Yeah, mine a mixture of B and C. Definitely chilling, but also just constantly thinking about what I gotta do as the week coming up.
Okay. All right. So would you rather have your woman cook for you, order takeout, or go out to eat? You know, all y'all said fine dining, so I don't know.
I mean, if she can cook, definitely. I mean, I would prefer fine if the trade ain't there, if the skill not there. However, cooking is awful.
So would that be a deal breaker for you if someone couldn't cook?
Yeah, man. If the initiative on there is YouTube and everything out here these days, you can figure it out. I'm only being like, you can do it. YouTube. I know how to make macaroni and cheese because of YouTube, and it's good.
You said look good or do it taste good?
It's good.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So you
My
said,
girl can cook, but I be trying to get outside. I want to go out to eat.
okay, so you said out to eat. Keith, you said out to eat. B, home cook.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with home cook.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yes.
I need like a 2-minute intermission. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I'll be right back. All right.
Okay. All right. All right, fellas. What would you rather do? Take a family trip, take a vacation, or take a guy's trip?
I'm gonna go with A.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds like work.
You sound like work, bro.
Don't get me wrong.
Especially, and both of y'all got babies, so
I just took one. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. The moment, like creating the memories with the family.
But it was
It's
what you needed
different.
a vacation from the vacation, huh?
The first day we slept, I could have saved the outfit. I packed the outfit. I said, dang, I ain't even opened the suitcase. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't even there that long. So it's just like, I don't know, guys trip, guys trip, you hit the ground running as soon as you get there kind of thing.
Right.
Vacation kind of more laid back. It depends on how I'm feeling, but I'm maybe between B and C. But if I had to pick one, I'd go B.
But definitely not A.
Nah,
he said that's I feel you. That's like work.
Yeah.
Mommy, we hungry. Can we go here? We tired. My ear hurts. Shut up. No. Leave me alone. My name is not Mommy no more. Shoot.
Yeah.
All right, we got our last one. Would you rather, fellas, pay all the bills, give her a monthly allowance? What did you do?
B is just fucking give her a monthly allowance. Do people do that?
I'm asking what you rather do. So we're gonna go back because I want to hear what Keith's answer is. What you taking a family trip, a vacation, or a guy's trip? What would you rather do? What's in that cup?
I ain't got no cup.
Water.
Vacation, cause if I take a family trip, that means my baby mama gotta go. I like that. I take a vacation with my significant other. I hang with the guys a lot, man. That's all I do. I'm so tired. I love my guys, but man, I'm kind of ready to be in a relationship.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
anybody out there, man? It's like, no.
Hey, we live. Go ahead.
Wrong show. No. He said, anybody out there, put your number down. Okay. Next, we're gonna go back on there. So can y'all see the comments? Donzie, your mom has something to say. She commented on that when you started laughing about the allowance. So what would you rather? Pay all the bills, give her a monthly allowance, or shower her with gifts? She says your grandparents did an allowance for years. Both of them had one. Auntie, they kind of had an allowance, but then grandma always was giving daddy her allowance, her portion, because he spent it.
Give her a monthly allowance.
So Valerie said maybe we need to do the dating games. Keith, they trying to do a dating game with you.
I'm with it. Back outside, boys. Which I know.
Okay, so what y'all rather do? Tessa said monthly allowance and shower with gifts.
It depends. Can I throw a loop in there? Like a.
What you gonna say?
I think it depends too on like what's her love language. Like
my love language is showering me with gifts, and they talked about me. We had a whole discussion about how paying all the bills, like they thought I was crazy. That's my love language.
Yeah.
And
So I
Tessa
would say,
said, no, ain't no loops. All of them.
Y'all
know Tessa crazy.
I'll pay all the bills.
Yeah, I mean, since the options are bleak, this is.
What?
Yeah, I pay all the bills. I mean, and then.
Wait a minute, we paying all the bills around here. Hold on.
Yeah, I pay all the bills. If that, I mean,
all of them.
To pick from the options you gave. I mean, better option, you know. But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have to go with A too.
Yeah.
So y'all, there are still men out here that's willing to pay all the bills, and they are okay with it.
Yeah, all we doing is continue to add to that narrative.
Huh?
We just continue to add to that narrative.
Yeah, but you know what? But I don't. What's wrong with the narrative?
No, I think honestly, and who reaches the point where they're ready to settle down and commit. I feel like any man that's at that stage is going to. That's probably what they desire to do.
Yes.
In a position to, to take care of everything. You got a woman you love, you don't take care of her.
Okay. Talk good to me, no, this way. All right, y'all. So that was fun. Did y'all enjoy that? See, that was painless. That was painless. So y'all ready to get into the actual discussion about finding the balance? Y'all ready?
Sure.
All right. So fellas, what do y'all feel that it means when we talk about finding the balance in your life? We're talking about money, like we talk about chasing a bag, having a relationship with your family, your loved ones, your woman, your children, and also self-care. Like, what does that look like to y'all? What does that mean? Because I feel like a lot of times, like how I think Keith you said it the last time you was on the show, is that we're so money driven, but when you think about it, your best memories in life had nothing to do with money. But a lot of times our focus is solely on money. So what does finding the balance look like to you?
I feel like having a structure in your life to have time for each one, family, work, and your own personal pleasure.
But is that realistic? Like, what does that mean? Like, how do you get that? How do you structure that?
I mean,
as a man who's being a real man, because and the reason I'm asking that, I had a guy tell me the other day, he said the bag is the balance. Because if I'm the man and something fall, the woman ain't thinking about, oh, I was out here trying to find my balance and do self-care. I should have been able to make it happen. So, like I'm saying, is that realistic for a man?
That's the fortunate part. My bad. Go ahead.
I get what he's saying, but when you got a family, presence is important too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's gonna be days where you don't juggle them all, even, but I think you just gotta try to do your best every day.
I like that.
I think balance. I mean, of course, if you look balance up in a dictionary, it's not going to be along the terms. But I think balance, like relationship wise, has to come with understanding, and that's not common in balance, because balance is stability, equilibrium. But you have to understand, trying to create a balance, stability foundation, that you're going to have to sacrifice in some areas sometime. It's never going to be. It's going to be like, all right, go out and work, but bring the bag in. You may have to work during the time your significant other wants to do something else. So it has to be a sense of understanding where it's like, okay, if I'm going to sacrifice here, you have to understand here. You know what I mean? So, hey.
I agree. Brandon Jackson said in the comments, no, the bag is not the balance. Money does not substitute time. Money is not hard to come by. Manage it is. Time is something everyone can do, but need to choose to do it. Ooh. Okay, Mr. Jackson. But that is true. I mean, I feel like you said, everybody can come across money. You can make it happen, but time, once it's that's one thing though. Once it's gone, it's gone. But so I'm just trying to figure out how do you all as men feel like you balance your life out to be able to provide for your family and also that be there for them emotionally. Like you said, somebody said you got to be present. Because I can say at one point in my life, because I was working so much, I was present physically, but I wasn't mentally present because I was always thinking about work or business. And so how do y'all make sure that you are like present in the moment with your family as well, but still making sure you providing?
I think a big portion of it is just self-awareness. Um, as a male, as black men, as we all are black men, we're pulled so many different ways, right? As soon as you wake up, you gotta worry about, just societal norms, right? Things that come with being a black male. But then also when you think about your family, when you're thinking about your career, and even go deeper, like self-care, but you're thinking about like your spirituality, right? Like what you believe in, and it's like how do you draw that connection closer to whatever higher power you believe in? All that requires time and commitment. And I think you have to constantly balance it as far as like self-awareness, like am I focusing too much time here? Am I, one dude I follow, he was a speaker, he said he want to be triple double, right? Meaning that he want to be good in all areas of his life. He don't just want to be like, I'm a great father, but but I'm doing terrible at work, right? Or people love me at work, but I come home and my kids don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you continue to sit back and be like, dang, am I putting too much time here? So you gotta communicate, I think, too, to get a pulse on that,
I like that. I like that. Brandon, you got any feedback on that? You already talked about that. You already commented on it. So I want a follow-up question to that. How important is your mate for you in living a balanced life or unbalanced life, especially financially? Like how much would you rely on your woman to make sure that you think that they play a role if your life is balanced or unbalanced, but especially financially? Since it's a finance show.
I think your mate will play a major role because they can either contribute or, be counterproductive to the goal. So, yeah, I think they play a major role in that.
So do you feel like you're setting the goal? And should you be communicating?
Yeah, definitely. You set the goal and find, what aligns with the goal.
Gotcha. Okay. Keith?
Yeah. I believe it requires a buy-in. I mean, your mate has to be on board just as much as you do. When two people get engaged, that's like the beginning of a buy-in, or like to try to understand each other where you're trying to go together as a unit, one. So yeah, it's just all in the buy-in and compromise. So I just feel like if you with someone who's on board and understands, and you have communication, you can factor in. You'll be all right. It's a buy-in.
So do you think as men, because we're getting from a male's perspective, should the men, because I continue to, I guess I kind of go back to this all the time. Do you think that the man is supposed to set, and Valerie said, being evenly yoked or equally yoked? Do you think the man is supposed to set the tone, the boundaries, and figure out what the balance is, and then they seek out the woman who complements what they're trying to do in life or the goals that they're trying to set?
I feel like that looks different for everybody. I'm gonna use you as an example. You are a very accomplished individual. You know what I mean? Very accomplished woman. However,
well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, most definitely. But let's just say you meet a guy. Your accomplishments or the things that you've done independently may not allow you to be open to what he's trying to, and I feel like that's what happened. We have so many successful and strong black women, of just women in the period, you know what I mean? Like, so it's a sense of, I've gotten to this point by myself. I don't need A, B, and C. I don't need direction. I don't need guidance. I don't need. I'm not saying that you do need it, but like I said, it has to be a buy-in. We have to get on the same page somewhere. So it's a compromise. Everything goes back to compromise with me, because, like I said, if you're not, and if you don't see this man's vision, is never going to work. And even if he does have the A1 game plan, if you feel Jackson in a relationship, he can make things happen. If you're not open to, just because of where your stature, where you've been able to, the things you've been able to accomplish for this man, it's not going to make any sense.
And I think that's where the misconception. I think that's where the misconception comes in with men and women. I think you all feel as though a woman, because she has accomplished so much on her own, that she takes on this position like, well, I did this by myself. I don't need you. But to be honest, most alpha women, such as myself, we're tired. We don't really want to do all this, especially not alone. So when a man comes, like you said, with a real game plan and ready to be held, and will be willing to hold himself accountable, and also want to put in the work, I think we're good. I think the problem is a lot of times with us women, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, y'all back me up on this. If I'm talking crazy, tell me I am. I think what we don't want to feel like, we out hustling y'all. And that usually be the problem. Sometimes we feel like we out hustling y'all. So if it's like, okay, and like someone else said, because they got it from Jill Scott, if you're going to tell me what to do, then tell me what to do. Don't be sitting up here telling me stuff, but don't do this, you should do that. Okay, you say I should or shouldn't do this. Okay, now tell me what I should or shouldn't do. Show me, guide me. I'm listening. But then that's when I feel like that's where the hesitation come up with from the men, because a lot of men don't want to be held accountable. They ain't trying to put in the work. I'm not talking about you, good gentlemen, but I'm just saying, so that's what ends up happening. So then the women like, whoa. I done accomplished all of this by myself, but you ain't finna drag me down either. So that's where that come. I think that's where that come into play at. So I think we're willing, we open. We don't want to do it by ourselves. We really don't.
Latrice, I'm about to tell you, but you probably didn't even catch. You just called yourself an alpha female. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like in this life, in this day and age, for you to stay where you are, to maintain the things that you've accomplished, you may have to take on that role as an alpha woman. But when you deal with a man,
I don't want that. I don't want it. I want to be soft. I want to be submissive. I want to take that when I'm out in the world. Yes, because I can't be no punk. I can't be no pushover. But when I come home, I want to be submissive and soft.
I respect that. But look at how you just explained your what you just explained. You said as an alpha woman, ain't no man. If I made it here, you're not about to stop. That's what you have to kill, because there's no way you can compromise with that mentality. You know what I'm saying? And it's not your fault. It's the things that it's the circumstance. Like you making things happen with 3 kids on your own, whatever. It's the circumstance. So unconsciously, but you have to learn how to let that guard down, because the beauty isn't letting the guard down. It's scary, but the beauty isn't letting the guard down. Who knows? You just may meet the right person. You just may meet the right person that understands you and that can help you get there. But if you're not willing to see past the exterior and internally try to figure out what the potential of a situation may be, you doomed from the jump. So the alpha woman, like they keep it a buck, like the alpha male it shouldn't even be an alpha male in a relationship with a woman and a female. So I'm gonna denounce that too. The alpha male you can do that outside with your guys and with your woman. The alpha male, yeah, you can be a leader, but as far as taking on the whole, like we gotta work together. So yeah, alpha male has its place. Alpha female, really no place for that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think there's no place for that in the household. Correct. I agree. There's no place for that in the household. But like you said, because of circumstances, I have to do that when I'm out in the world, because especially in the finance field, guess what? It's predominantly men. Mm-hmm. So I can't be soft. I can't be timid. But then when you come home, you want to be soft, you want to be timid, and I believe I'm submissive, but I have to submit to a leader, the right man. Like the man needs to be willing to take on that responsibility and that role as well. But if the man is not willing to carry that role, then guess what? Like you said, subconsciously, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna kick in.
Can I add to that, Chief?
Yes, darling.
So I think too. I hear what you're saying. I think too. Sometimes it's not that men aren't willing to lead. Sometimes men just don't know how, right? Like it's just expected that a man comes with a vision and how to lead, right? And not even knowing their upbringing, right? Did they grow up with a father in their life, right? Or if they did, did they dad lead everything? And now this is their turn to like, now I'm the leader, right? But it's like, I ain't never really made no big decisions on my own. And then if you got this strong woman, with you, who was like, hey, what we doing? And you like, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And if you do something wrong, that's one thing too for men. Like, it's hard to know that, like, man, like when you by yourself, it's cool. I mess up, I'm good. I bounce back. But when you with somebody and you mess up, then it's like, man, it's kind of on me now. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard to swallow sometimes too, when it's like,
yeah, yes and no. If you with the right woman, guess what? She gonna cover you. She got your back. That's the whole thing. And with the right man, he gonna cover her.
She gonna say something too. You messed that up.
You messed. Yeah, we gonna after we fix it. You effed up.
But then too, and then look at that. But then you fix it, right? And then I feel like then that starts to like lose confidence or question a man's judgment. Because that's how it starts, right? You mess up once and then it becomes like, you driving somewhere. Oh, you're supposed to make that right turn. Oh, dang, I missed it, right? Or you were supposed to do this. Then it's like, well, I don't even got to ask you anymore. I'm going to just do it because your judgment is shaky now. And I think sometimes that puts men in just a weird situation to where it's like we didn't even have time to mature into that leader before it got kind of shot down.
That's good, Donzie. That's good. So now like digging deeper into that, do you think that men are taking on certain type of roles and responsibilities that they're not even ready for? So they taking
I think society society places them on you anyway, right? That's like, when as soon as you get a house, right? The men expect to cut the grass, bring the grill out. I ain't never grilled in my life, but everybody expect me to grill, right? I'm just saying there's just certain expectations that come with it. And all the times, I feel like society puts expectations on men. Same as women. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying we're speaking about men right now. Mm-hmm. I think society puts expectations on men that we're not necessarily ready to carry yet.
So when are you ready to carry it? I guess, and so that leaves like when should we expect a man to be? When should we be expecting a male to be a man?
Does it have a timeline? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Different.
But so do you feel like do you feel like we have grown boys playing men? And that could be the problem. And we got strong women dealing with grown boys. Is that the?
Mm-hmm.
Help me.
I'll tap you in on that one, bro.
Okay, Brandon said a man is a lot different to many people. Can you expound on that? Brandon, would you like to come? The other Brandon, would you like to come join us? Because what does that mean? A man is a lot different to many people. I like that. I really want to know what you're saying. Because there is no timeline, but I feel like that, and I'm gonna use Keith as an example because he's more mature than you two gentlemen. He's older. I do feel like because of Keith's age right now that if he was to get married, that he would be ready. He has matured and developed. He has seen enough of life to understand how to do that. So I do think a lot of times, like you said, that a lot you're jumping into relationships and you're doing things as men that, like you said, I haven't been molded into that. Y'all expecting me to make these mature decisions that y'all not ready for.
But is the woman ready for it too?
You know what? I think and I'm just talking from a woman because you asked the question. I don't think that the woman a lot of times is ready for it, but we make it happen. We even if we're not ready, we get ready. And I think a lot of men, they don't. And they just say, oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And then guess what? They leave the situation, they keep bouncing because they wasn't ready. But we don't have a chance, especially when we introduce children. We have no choice. We gotta get ready.
I was just about to mess with you and say, speak for yourself. But the children dynamic saved it because a child, yeah, that definitely expedite the process. I have dealt with like dating. It's hard to find. I'm not gonna say it's hard to find, but at my age, I mean, someone that I would be interested in dating, and at the appropriate age, I feel like it's appropriate for me. Sometimes it comes with a child or two or seven. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day,
7.
Yeah, I do find not 7, but 1 or 2. You know, but I do find that those are the one that's ready. They know what they want. They're like, all right, bet, boom, they be ready to out the gate. But so I get that. But yeah, I don't think automatically when a woman gets proposed to, she's just like, bet I'm ready. Like how you trying to present it.
I'm not trying to present it that. I wasn't trying to present it that way. I'm just saying.
You framed it. I'll use that word, but you framed it a certain way.
You hung it up too, bro.
Yeah.
You hung it up.
I framed it. I was just asking the question, and the only reason why I framed it that way because Donzel said that a lot of time, man, he walked me down that path. I followed his lead. He said that a lot of time that just because men are of a certain age, they are expected to do things that they ain't never done before. Like how he said,
and I wasn't trying to put an age limit on it. I'm saying it just in general.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be a testament to that. And Treese, we've talked about that. I've talked about this with you, and I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Once upon a time, but I got loving parents. My parents still together. My parents are pastors. Yet not taught about credit. I had to learn that on my own, and I learned that in my adult years. For a very long time, I was embarrassed to talk about credit, but it has to happen. So yeah, this just goes to show. Like, I mean, some things people have the privilege of inheriting have to be learned or self-taught. So,
that's true, but that's the same even with me. Like, I mean, I grew up in a single parent household, but I had to teach myself about money. Even after I had a degree, and I talk about that in my book. Even after I had my degree, I still didn't understand money and how it worked. Like, I had to go through some stuff and blow a whole bunch of money. But I'm like, whoa. But guess what, too? It took for me having these kids and said, oh, wait, this life ain't about me no more. I got to figure this thing out. And I figured this thing out. And so I think it kind of go back to the same thing that we was talking about a little bit. Like, do sometimes men don't want to hold themselves accountable? Or like I also said earlier, a woman don't want to feel like she out hustling her man either. Or should a woman not be out hustling at all? What do y'all think?
Most definitely. I mean, if a woman is single, yeah, you got to do what you have to do. I beg to differ as far as accountability, and that's just on. I'm not going. I beg to differ from my standpoint, and I'm pretty sure on the standpoint of the gentleman on here. Women, this is the thing. Y'all got to figure it out as easy as black and white with y'all. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you can determine whether or not a dude means you any good, especially at this age, Tree. You know, you can pick him out like, oh no, that ain't gonna work for me. Oh no, he ain't. But the thing is, women, they fall in love with the potential for one, or they just flat out don't care sometimes. So it's just like for the sake of having a man, you'll take any man. So I feel like if you get a quality man, the accountability is going to be there. You get a man that's about you, you're not going to have to worry about these issues. And like I said on the first show I was on, if you find a man that's about you and he's really about you, you can make up for his shortcomings. You know what? Because
where he at?
I'm just telling you, like, I mean, I don't know.
I'm asking.
Saginaw is a bleak place. You might have to get out of there, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know, no disrespect, but you yeah, it's, I mean, you find a guy that's about you. Men who typically love are in love, like both Donzel, you married? Brandon, you married?
No,
Yeah,
no.
I am.
You're not. So Donzel, like at this point, when you first met how did you know that she was the one? You would do anything for her. You came to a point in your place like, I would do anything for this woman, right or wrong.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, your woman probably put the battery in your back. You probably, single man was like, yeah, I can make it. I can. But once you find that one that's gonna hold you accountable, and she ain't gonna have to hold you accountable for too long because she's going to put the battery in your back to go and get it done. So it's the fact like that. That all ties into what I said last time too. Stop giving up the goods too early because that be the end. That's over with. It's poof. This man might go out on a date and y'all had the best conversation in the world, and just because you open and had a couple drinks, you want to go and give them the treasure, and it's over with that quick. You have to set a standard. Everything is about standards. Set the standard.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree. I mean, I have no qualms. I have no argument about that, sir. I agree with you. Anybody has anything else to add?
No, I got 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right.
Okay.
I think he is right though when he was saying with the put the battery in my back. I guess when it comes to like even wanting to be balanced, like I feel like my wife balances me, helps me balance myself out. But like she don't even know it. Like I don't just chase the bag because I want to. Like I want to provide. But like all I need from her, yes, she contributes, but all I need from her is just affirmation. If she tell me like I'm proud of you, like you killing it, like man, ain't nobody messing with you. That's all she gotta say. Like I'll go get it. I'll come home. I'll watch the babies. I'll tell her to go have her night out. I just
Yay!
need you to tell me, you
You the
tell me everything
best,
I need to hear.
baby.
That's all I need to hear. And I'm gonna go get it.
You gonna go get it. I like that. I like that. Like you said, I feel like when a man knows and when a man wants, when he sees his life, no, I ain't gonna say when he sees his life with someone. I think it's more so when a man feel like he can't see his life without that person. That's the fire. That what lights the fuel. Like, you know what? I want to make her happy. I want to make her smile. So whether I am providing for her, so even when we talk about providing, it's providing emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, like all of that. So like emotionally, like we need you to provide with us with it all, us women. And I think also that's where the balance, come into play. So I agree. Would you like to add anything else to that, Brandon?
No, these gentlemen, they knocked that one out.
Did you learn something? No.
I'm soaking up the game.
You soaking up the game? You soaking up the game? So I know. Okay, so we played the game, right? About the whole would you rather. So do you men feel like it's realistic that in 2023 that a man should pay all the bills? Even with inflation and eggs $10, like y'all feel that it's still realistic? Or do you feel like in 2023 there needs to be a 2-income household?
I feel like it's still realistic for the man to pay all the bills, but with that being said, I do think there needs to be 2 incomes.
Because you remember on the last show you was on, Brandon, you said that sounds like a dependent.
It does. That's why I say
if she ain't got no income, he said that sounds like a dependent.
I still stand on that.
I don't think it's realistic. And I think it's because if both people are like, saying on like what things they should buy and purchase and if you can only make so much money, right? And if you ain't bringing it in like that, and then it's like, well, if you want to do all of this, we're gonna need you to bring in
Some of that.
Yeah, because like, but I don't ever want to see it like that, right? Because it's, you know, when you're in a marriage, it's, you know, it's our money, right? It ain't yours, it ain't mine, but based on what, you know, but when it comes to like what we purchasing, that was you gotta.
Okay, so I do want to go down that. I do want to go down that path again because so this is a thing. Hi, hi, Lexi.
But yeah, look at your ponytail.
What? Kitty pie. You like? I gotta see what Daddy's doing. And what he got going on. So you said because I think I need help with I need help with all this. So you said that this is no longer our money. No, this ain't no longer your money. This is our money.
Mm-hmm.
So
how that works?
Everything supposed to go in one pot.
Well, if I'm speaking about my finances personally, right? When me and Latrell, when we became one, like that's everything, right? And so all money comes in to one account. We pay things from there. It's not, she doesn't have anything on the side. I don't have anything on the side. I think what it does for us, because I know some people like, no, I gotta have mine or I gotta be able to do me. What only thing it does is we just communicate more. All we do is say, hey babe, I'm about to buy this. You know what I'm saying? Or you buying that. Or if there's a big purchase, you know, we can ask about it. You know, not to say there's right or wrong where I'm telling you what to buy or what not to buy. But it just forces us just to communicate more about our finances.
I ain't got that grown yet. I respect it. I really do.
I don't know how people don't do it. So I'm from the other end. Help me understand the other way, because I'd be like, how somebody else got something else going on with the money and you don't know about it?
Well, I guess I feel and I could be wrong because I'm not married, so maybe you gotta help me come to when I get you see I'm stuttering. I can't.
Or even not even like in a relationship. I'm just trying to understand like how, especially when they live in the same house. Even if they ain't married, it's like if you live in the same house, you got kids, or you know what I'm saying, like how that works.
I mean, I think that you can have a joint account, but I need my own. I'm not saying like it ain't like you don't. Like it ain't like I'm having a stash spot, but hey Angie, hey Carl, hey Jeanette, I'm sorry, hey Shamaya. I'm just speaking to all the folks that hadn't jumped in and made comments, but like I just want to be able to have my own little pot of money. What if I want to go buy you a gift? Like you need to see. I'm trying to surprise you with something. I'm trying to give you a surprise birthday party, but it's all coming out of one account. Like I can't do nothing. I have no independence of money. Like I see if we all, like how like your mom said, grandma and daddy, they had it was one account, but grandma had her allowance, daddy had his allowance. They got to do what they want. All the bills. We know, Angie, you ain't sharing nothing. She said she ain't sharing nothing but love. And you know, it was in.
So, and like I said, it works for everybody. But
one account.
With that,
it's
just communication again. Because then we just say, if she want to surprise me with something, hey babe, don't look at the credit card statement this week. You guys don't look at it. And I look every day, 4-5 times a day. But she just say, don't look at it for this week, and I just don't look. I just know, hey, something coming for me.
Wait a minute.
You know what?
I'm sorry. My hair was. But my thing is, well, you know, because I'm a woman. So you tell me don't look. Guess what I'm looking? Because I want to see now. Oh, we. I mean, you know, I need to grow. Any of my other married couples on here, like, do y'all all it's just one account?
Because then ain't no such thing as like a breadwinner. It's like it's our money. I want you to feel, if I'm making more, I want you to feel just as comfortable that you can spend freely, just as like you making more. I would love that opportunity to be like, dang, I can only spend what I got in my account. That ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me.
I
We in it
know,
together.
I'm not.
Yeah, I respect that, and I like how you say the fact that it make y'all communicate more.
Yeah, he got some nice words, some nice language he put in there. It makes us
Hey, you ain't
communicate.
Gucci and Louis. You ain't Gucci and Louis, and then I'm in Coach Michael Kors. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, wait, why I can't get that Gucci because you don't got Gucci money? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not. But I'm okay. So Janae said one account surely does build communication, and sometimes that communication is not always smooth at first, especially for young folks because it is new. But the resolution makes us closer. Oh, that's good. Okay, I like that. I believe that there should be. This is me. I believe there definitely should be a joint account. Everything can definitely go into the joint account. And then we have a certain amount that goes into the and it can be the equal amount that goes into the separate accounts. I know when we had the couples edition, they have a joint account, but they have their own separate credit card. And so when it comes time like to pay it off, they pay off the credit card balance. So that's kind of like their own kind of like little independence or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's a cool thing or whatever. I just know me. I like to swipe. I like to shop. I like to. I'm going to. Y'all know, Dazi.
What you do, Brandon? How yours? What's your? Or if you don't mind sharing.
I mean,
your thoughts.
I like to have my own. You know what I mean? We can have a pot where we both putting something in, but I just don't want a direct deposit to the pot.
He said he don't want direct deposit to the pot.
Why not? I'm just curious. Why not? If you had to elaborate.
He ain't that grown yet either.
Yeah, I just ain't that grown yet, man. Like,
what is it that y'all don't trust? Y'all don't trust?
No, I don't even want to say it's a not trust thing. I don't know. You just
want your own money.
Right.
I just ain't there yet, man. I don't know. I can't. I just.
Yeah, it's not the trust thing. It's not that. I don't know. It's just a little. I think it's a little bit of. I understand when you get married, you are one, but I am still also. I feel like an individual, and I just feel like if we got one account. I know they said talk about you because Auntie we said we can spend whatever we want, but we discuss big purchases. We talked about that in the other show with the couples. What's considered a big purchase?
Yeah.
Are you able to get whatever you want unless it's a car, house, a boat? You know what I'm saying? Like what's considered a big purchase? Because and we've talked to y'all know I'm an open book. Y'all know I have quite a few shoes that got some color on the bottom of them.
Yes, you do.
And I don't feel like I need to be like, hey, can I buy? That's just me. I want to be. If this is what I want,
I feel you.
I mean, yes, Auntie Wee. She said, "Trees is you want to do what you want to do without having to ask, within reason."
What if you didn't have the money to afford them shoes with the color on the bottom, but your significant other did, and you wanted them?
Ooh. I feel like his money should be in I should have access to his money.
Let's see how that work though.
See, no,
how that work.
You can't.
Y'all ask? My answers have not changed since I've been doing this show. I feel like I am the woman. He should be taking.
Oh my goodness! What's that? Keith, where Keith? Bring it back.
Right. He at the bar. He managing the bar right now. So he said he gonna try to jump back on. But no, I get what you're saying. And you know what, I might have a different, and it kind of goes back to what kind of like Keith was saying as far as being when I started it off saying that I'm an alpha female. But so I guess that was like but anywho, So I don't know, because I've never been like in that position. I mean, yes, I have, because I've had some I ain't gonna make it seem like everything has been peaches and cream, because we all go through peaches and valleys in our lives. But because I am who I am, a lot of time if I'm not able to afford something, then I guess I'll wait till I'll be able to afford it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but that's just how I've been. I work my way to get what I want. But I get what y'all saying. I want to be that grown. I think maybe but I'm being, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. I think it's
same way. I don't think,
I think what y'all doing is beautiful. I think what me, Brandon, and like Angie said, we just ain't that grown. Y'all grown. Y'all just and maybe we'll transition.
Like I
Angie
said,
ain't transitioning. I ain't even read her comment yet. But
it wasn't easy getting there either. You know, like they said, it is uncomfortable in the beginning. I know there's a couple times where I had to say, "Well, you ain't gonna offer. Can you split the bill, then?" Because
wait.
now we gotta have an uncomfortable conversation.
You said because they ain't gonna offer. You said gonna split the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Who you splitting the bill with, Donzie?
No, I'm saying beforehand, in the beginning, when we were first, me and my wife embarking on this like sharing of income, it's like, well, we both gotta pay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And so those things became uncomfortable, but we just had more dialogue, more conversation.
I'm glad. I do like that whole thing where you said it forces y'all to have more conversations and dialogue, and I think that's good. It has more open conversation. I forgot I had learned how to do that little button.
Yo, you got this set up. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been seeing all the stuff, but I'm like, yo, this is like this legit. Like this is a podcast.
Thank you, John. So you know I'll be doing them half stepping now, sir.
I like this.
I'm glad. So this has been fun. So I want as we start to wrap up, I love you guys. Y'all have gave me some very good perspective. As far as talking about love, money, relationships, I realized that I ain't that grown. Angie, I love her as always. I can pay attention, but I ain't paying half on nothing. She gonna pay attention, but she ain't paying half on nothing. Okay, Angie. So what is it realistic? Do you feel like it is realistic to have wealth, health, love, and family? Is that realistic?
I think so. Like I say, it's just that structure thing, you know, dividing the time, making sure you focus evenly on each.
Mm-hmm. I like that, Donzie.
I think it's realistic, but I don't think it's realistic to have them all at the same time.
Oh,
I just feel like, like if you with time, it's just so hard to balance them all, and I think we see that, right? Because like you said, we'll be chasing the bag, and then next thing you know, we get all getting older, we'll start having some health issues. Like, all right, now I really got to focus on my health. I got to.
That's y'all. Yeah, I'm still 29.
Yeah. But then you start focusing. I feel like we overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, now I'm big on my health journey. Then it's like, oh, I'm going to the gym so much. Oh, I forgot about my kids. You know what I'm saying? Then we want to be the family man. So I think that it's realistic, but you ain't gonna have them all at the same time. It's really, really, really hard.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I think it's one of those things. I think I had said it before in the other show. As we get older and as we evolve, different things become a priority for us. Mm-hmm. And so you just have to feel like you have to realize what is a priority. What does balance look like for you in that stage of your life? Because what balance was for me in my 20s was being able to go to work and go to the club afterwards. That was balance because I felt like I was in my 20s and I didn't want to be all working no play. So I worked hard and I played harder. That was balance to me. As when I got in my 30s, and then I started having children and stuff. So now balance was literally work, family, and guess what else was part of my balance? Going to the grocery store. That was my vacation. I would call my friends, or my friends like, "Where you at, girl, on vacation?" That was at the grocery store because that was like my peace. Like that's how I balanced myself out. But now I'm in the next level age group. Balance looks like something else. It is more so of health and peace and not stressing and drinking my water.
There you go.
Because I'm trying to stay a part of the fountain of youth. So,
Yeah.
so as you evolve in life, balance is going to look different for you. So yeah, I'm definitely feel like balance is not final. It's something that's going to forever evolve.
Yeah, constantly working on it.
I mean, you know what? I'm glad you said that because you look like you do a pretty good job.
I know, and it's crazy because when I feel like I try really, really hard, but when you feel like you even doing good, then it's always something else, right? And I think it's like you said, these new seasons of life. Like right now, I'm in my first, you know what I'm saying, like leadership role. I never led people right in a job. So then that's a whole nother amount of people that's like depending on you, who you're like, I'm committed to them. I'm also committed to my family. But, you know, and I think as men too, we pull ourselves so many different ways and like we forget about the self-care piece. I remember I told myself like this year I'm really, really gonna focus on like my self-care. And it was my goal, but the provider in me still kind of pushed it back to, you know, to provide for, you know, to support everyone else. So that's still a goal of mine.
So I'm glad you said that. I said financially, what do you deprive yourself of for the sake of your children, family, and relationship? So what do you feel like you, as a man, deprive yourself of for the sake of family, children, providing? Like, what are you depriving yourself of financially?
I think it varies on the moment. You know, whatever you got to sacrifice at the time, they need something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, basically.
Andy said, very true. Alpha men usually put themselves last.
Yeah. And mine ain't no. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Donnie.
I don't know if mine is so much sacrificing financially. I think now as I get older, like money is still a priority, but it becomes like now I'm just thinking more about, you know, mental health, emotional health, self-care. And you get to an age now too where I'm thinking like, you know, do I even know me? Because you get just like I know how women say, and I get it when women, you know, they become a mother and wife and they get so lost in that. I think also, not downplaying women, but people forget too that a man loses himself and all of that stuff too. And just like, who am I now? Who is the new me? And it's like, am I even making time, you know, for myself? Is it good that I only sleep 4 hours, but I'm getting the money and I'm doing all this? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that doing to my health? What is that doing to my mental health?
Speak on it. No, but y'all don't want to say that y'all to do the 10 million work around the clock and you sleep when you're dead. Hello, come on, talk to me, somebody. Y'all know we played that game in the first segment. Y'all know I like to dip back.
But that's how we born. We born like that. It's in us. The provider is in you, whether you want to or not. It's like that's why, like, you know, Brandon, like we all said, like we'll pay all the bills. Like, what make you say that? You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
That ain't realistic. But in some minutes, it just make us say like, I want to provide. But I think too, yeah, we don't give ourselves enough time for self-care. And I think sometimes too, that's why I just like overcompensate where I just won't want to do nothing. Don't want to talk to nobody, don't want to do nothing because like I haven't had no time for myself.
So I think that's good because the thing is, I get what you're saying, and it makes so much sense. Like as the man, like we don't have time to think. Y'all don't have time to think about yourselves, but also you as a man. That's why we're talking about this whole finding the balance, getting to the bag, or I think we should change it. Should we be getting to the bag or getting to the health? I don't know, because what's happening is you're working so hard that you're not doing enough living. Some people. And then you wake up one day, and I always tell people, and what even got me to start my Allstate insurance agency, and I talked about this at the grand opening, is me and my mom was having a conversation. And she said she was having a conversation with Daddy. And she was like, Dad, you said you was going to do all these different things with the farm. And what happened? He said, you know what, baby? I woke up one day and I got old. And when my mama told me that, when I tell you that lit something under me, that touched me deep in my soul. I don't want to wake up one day and be old and like let so much of life pass me by that I didn't get a chance to do this. Why? Because I was too busy doing stuff, collecting a whole lot of nothing, but didn't even get to enjoy the things that I was passionate about. I never got to fulfill my purpose because I was so busy doing things that at the end of the day didn't mean nothing. And so that's why I feel like it's so important to have the conversation about as far as finding the balance. So in regards to being able to provide, but also taking care of yourself, because at the end of the day, we want you around. We need you as men to be here. We don't need you stroking out early because you're not taking care of yourself. We don't need you angry because you ain't getting no sleep. So I think it's really important for even us as a people just to find the balance. So,
Right.
So as we wrap, is there any questions? Does anybody have any questions for our gentlemen on here? Y'all have been awesome. Y'all have been amazing. Let us know any questions that you all might have before we wrap up. So we're going to start. What are your final thoughts on finding the balance? What's your final thoughts? We're going to let Mr. Brandon go first, the youngin'. Then we're going to let old man Donzel.
Hey, I'm an old man now.
You're an old man now. Well, no, you're a handsome old man. That's all that matters. You got any gray hairs yet?
I had one. I picked it up though.
Oh, you picked it out. Oh, I can't do no more plucking, boy. Ooh. I'm gonna have a bald spot if I pluck anymore. All right. So, Brandon, what's your final thoughts about the importance of finding the balance as a man from a male's perspective?
I feel it's very important. And there's going to be times where certain things don't get the attention it needs, but don't quit striving to keep looking for that balance.
Awesome. For Mr.
Sure.
Dixon.
I would say just men just utilize your time well, and make sure you're taking care of self. Like seriously, like make time to read your Bible, to just like get a massage, do yoga, just sit in the car and just breathe. When the last time as black men you just got to take a deep breath? You know what I'm saying? And just really be selfish about that time, because we've seen that if we're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just like just forget everybody, but try to steal some time for yourself to take care of yourself, because it's needed. We see, suicide rates are increasing, and just like so many different things, even just with just anger, right? Like Tree said, like some men, we just show anger and we don't know why. We ain't talk to nobody about it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Therapy, talk to people about it. Because if you ain't good, you can't balance stuff, right? If you ain't good, you can't be good for other people. So
Yes, that is so true. Like you said, if you're not good, you can't do no good for nobody else. And you think you're doing good, but sometimes it's counterproductive. You're probably doing more harm than good
Mhm.
because you're not at your best. You're pushing through. You're giving your family the scraps. You're giving yourself the scraps because you're running on empty. And I
Mhm.
had to stop running on empty. Like I was saying before, it's been plenty of time. I used to fall asleep probably in my chair 4 to 5 nights out the week because I was working.
Dang.
And with the laptop in my lap. Like this. Like I like and wake up. It's 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, you know what? I might as well just stay there. No need to get up now.
No.
But I
That's
think
what's up.
that Dr. Teresa Morris said on the last show, booked and busy is a trick of the enemy. But
Mm.
when you're booked and blessed, no, when you're booked and balanced, then you're blessed. And that was
Big
so
time.
powerful. And I said, you know what? I've been tricked for too long. And so my whole goal is to be booked and balanced. And I'm going to start taking time out for me because I know when I'm good and I feel good and I got money to spend.
You better
We
pay
are
for it.
good. I'm relaxed and I'm happy and I'm getting massages. I mean, I'm getting enough sleep. I ain't fussing. The kids ain't irritating me as much. I'm okay. I'm balanced. I'm good. So I think that booked and balanced, a fulfilled life is being booked and balanced, and we got to figure out how to balance ourselves.
That sounds
So,
like a T-shirt. That's good.
Ooh,
yeah,
no.
right. Being booked and balanced
Yeah.
is a blessing. You know what?
Yeah.
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 Well, all right, fellas. I appreciate you all. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves tonight. I enjoyed you. I feel like I learned a lot. If you all are watching this, make sure you like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So these episodes, if you missed part of it, I know Andy said she jumped on late. You can catch the replay either on my Facebook page or you can catch it on my YouTube channel. So thank you all so much. You all have been very informative. I love having great conversation with great individuals to have real talk with real people about real money situations. And I feel like finding a balance was a good talk. And I'm glad that I had you gentlemen on.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for having
having
me
me.
on the platform. This is amazing.
I'm glad you liked it, Donzie.
Wow, this is dope. I liked it a lot,
Okay. When
actually.
you coming home to visit? I ain't seen you in forever.
Soon. I'll be home soon. We
Okay.
coming.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right,
All right.
Brandon.
All
Yeah.
right. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.